Hey, hi guys, welcome back. All right, so Pisces, let's jump on into our storytelling. So we've got a constellation card, and the one that shuffled out for you guys was Triangulum. So obviously it looks like a triangle, but M33 is the largest, closest galaxy within the cluster. And what's interesting about this is also that galaxy is the most distant object that can be seen with the naked eye. So it's said that a really, keen observer, somebody who really knows their stars, if they have decent eyesight, they can spot that galaxy. So just as a side note, here's what I would say about this. Oh, and by the way, the Greek letter delta, the Greeks saw this as deltonum, and because it meant shaped like the letter delta. But I would just say the part that stands out to me and the part that I'll use for the inspiration of this is that Pisces has foresight. They can see well into the distance of something. Now, whatever that may mean, this could be somebody who's got like a really keen sense of, say, intuition. Say our Pisces, let's use this as a metaphor and say that our Pisces can see things way off at a distance before it happens, before it arrives. We got the Fool card. I feel like this is definitely going to be a story about a Pisces who has a really strong sense of intuition because they're willing to take leaps. Because it's like, I know I'm leaping in the air right now, but I already know that by the time I'm really landing, there will be a platform under my feet. Why? Because I can see that far into the distance. I know that taking a leap of faith can be scary when we don't know about, where are we going to land, what's going to be under my feet once I touch down. But this Pisces knows. It's like, I know I'm moving at this speed, this rate, this trajectory, and I know something else is coming right toward me, and the two are going to line up perfectly, and it'll be like absolutely aligned. High Priestess. Are we even surprised? Because this is our mystic, right? This is a Pisces who says, oh, no, I've always been able to do this. I can sense things before they happen. I know about what move to make, when I should make it. I got a keen sense of intuition and I rely on it. And I like to rely on it. And something tells me there's going to be a shakeup. What is this shakeup going to be with that tower? Let's see. Also, three major arcana. This is a big message. Our Pisces is preparing for a change. Ooh, Queen of Wands. They could know that this could be a year where Pisces ends up getting married. They may know that there is real love on the horizon for them. They may realize that they're going to be selected for something. They know that their life is going to be changing in the future, which obviously everybody's life is going to change in the future, right? We're going to grow, we're going to age, heck, our wardrobe's going to change because, it gets outdated or holy or whatever. But the bottom line here is that our Pisces is projecting something to do with the Queen of Wands coming into play. Queen of Swords, okay? This could be a same-sex relationship on the horizon. Doesn't have to be. These could be any. I never read for genders in my storytelling. The fictional characters could be any arrangement thereof. Eight of Wands, but there is some kind of like, I already know I'm going to be talking to this person. I already know there's going to be action. There's going to be something that happens between myself and another person. That's the way this character is sensing and certain that it's going to occur. And the reason I think it's a good thing is because I like the Tower card. The Tower represents confinement to me. I don't like confinement. The Tower comes in and shakes everything up, crumbles things, but it gives freedom as well. Yes, there is a cost of that, right? That we got to endure the shakeup, but it also opens up one's world. Like, why be held in any kind of a prison of our thoughts, a prison of action? Like, that doesn't feel good to me. So that's why I love the Tower card. So if something is going to be shaken up, the walls are going to fall so that two people can now have communication. I view that as a real positive, especially because we have two very mature individuals ready to communicate, ready to take action. Now, this may not be about love and romance. It could just be about, heck, two siblings that are finally going to get to communicate. They're finally going to get to talk to each other. Two friends. Like, those walls are coming down, though. Justice. This is a long overdue conversation. Somebody may want to set something right. There may be either they're going to converse about something that was like, wow, wait a minute. That happened to you. That wasn't fair. I didn't know you were going through that. This is feels like a big reveal, but they're going to be able to discuss the things that were not right. They may not have done one another wrong, but circumstances that they didn't know about could have been at play. Eight of Swords. No, somebody was unable to move about freely. Somebody was stuck. They were unable to do what they wished. Because remember, Medusa turns people into stone, and that's what we got here on that Eight of Swords. Somebody was really stuck for a reason that was probably not their fault, is what this is suggesting. Page of Swords. And in that span of time, boy, they were kind of stuck in this lonely darkness too, and had only kind of like time to think things over. This feels like two characters that were kept apart by forces that were not their own making. But there was a lot to be learned here. Tell me about the Page of Swords. There's a lot to be learned. The Hierophant. Wow. I said earlier, I don't know if this Pisces is going to wind up being married or proposed to this year, but this is a card of belief system. It's a card of one's higher self. It's a card of authority and structure, but it can also be a card of marriage. This is starting very much to look like this could be very much be this character has had time to think long and hard about Pisces, and they have come to the conclusion, even in this time where they were unable to communicate, something unfair prevented somebody from moving forward. And in that time frame, they thought an awful lot about things, and there is this real strong belief now in, I think, the way they feel about Pisces. This looks like this person has come to the conclusion that Pisces is their person. The Hierophant, this sense of love, this sense of, my higher self tells me I know how I feel about you. King of Cups, they have a ton of emotion for Pisces. That's a really good match for our Pisces as well. Oh my, that's really. So if this character says, I love this Pisces, I know that I do, they may be proclaiming all of this after they get through a conversation. And first, it looks like these two really want to nurture a connection. They really want to sit down and have a face-to-face conversation. They're both coming in nurturing energy with that Queen of Wands. One has some real truth to speak, the Queen of Swords, and the other one is in a really warm-hearted energy. There could be a lot of questions, but also a lot of answers. What was the thing that held somebody back? Let's change decks. What was the thing that kept them stuck like stone? We have Hermit, we have the World card, and this is Sophia. She's Greek for wisdom. This is like someone who had to do a bunch of healing, this is almost like a shamanism. But the Hermit is that solo spiritual journey. And the World card is like getting to the place where they could finally have freedom. The World card can talk about travel. It can talk about maybe somebody had addictions or something, and it really put them in a place where they had to heal from those things. They had a lot of time to reflect. They had a lot of time to grow. They learned a lot of things about themselves. And now they're ready for a new beginning. But remember, the Justice card was there, which said it was either they were not in a healthy enough or well enough place to treat Pisces well in the past, because they needed to first heal themselves before they could be a good partner to someone. And that could be the story. But I'm not going to jump on that right now. I still feel like they obviously had a lot of time alone. We've seen that a multitude of times. But were they being held in some energetic space? Ten of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, they were. They were being held in an energetic space until an ending could occur. I almost feel like, I don't know if this person got unjustly tangled up. Heck, this could be a character. These Eight of Swords almost look like bars, and the judicial system could have been represented here. Someone could have been unfairly accused of something, or, held responsible for something, and until it could all get worked out, until there could be an end to that. And in that span of time, though, it served them well, in the sense that, not like it's ever nice to be held, unfairly and accused of something, but but rather the time that they spent, they had some time to really do some thinking. They had not much else to do, and they really focused on some inner healing, and they gained some wisdom. And then by the time this unfair situation wrapped up, I mean, heck, let's look at it this way. Say this is a story of Pisces and someone that they worked with, and somebody got put on suspension for whatever, some mistake they made at work that may or may not have been their fault. But it's got to be looked at thoroughly before their suspension ends. Then they come back into, um, the realm, the workplace again. And for a while, there could have been like, oh, no contact. There can't be contact until the investigation is over. Sometimes it can still be something fairly simple, but it still sounds like dun dun dun. Um, this just feels like someone was prevented from being able to really connect with Pisces, but it was time well spent because they got a chance to really think about things. They got a chance to really heal from some things. They got a chance to gain new perspective on things. Maybe this was a situation where, they had to put an end to some previous behavior. I think no matter what, they were growing out of a cycle anyway. A cycle was coming to a close, but it feels like there was some major upheaval that turned out to have waylaid them for a while. But it was a blessing in disguise because some things got worked out, some things got worked through, some things got resolved here. But I think, remember that first energy said Pisces kind of could foresee this. They could see into that future. So it's not really a shock to the Pisces that all of this, it's like, I always knew they were innocent. I always knew that whatever that hubbub was going to get worked out. I knew that wasn't a big deal. I always knew at some point in time, I'd wind up talking to this person again. It feels like it was just always for sure like this. 3 of Wands and the moon. The Pisces kept saying, the future is always unwritten. I know I don't know what's going to happen exactly, but I sense things. The goddess Hecate is the guardian of the crossroads. This is Piscean energy. The Pisces says, I know that the future will unfold exactly as it's supposed to. If I trust my instinct, I trust that I can sense the things that are, under the surface. Pisces never really had a doubt about any of this, even though there was some pretty significant blockage, significant issue that existed between Pisces and this person for a period of time, but it was always going to be worked out. That was never in question, which is a remarkable thing to say, especially, given the fact that the storyline has kind of kept us guessing about what was it that was holding them, keeping them back. We've got 2 of Pentacles upright. I still feel like Pisces was always saying, it'll get worked out. Whatever the situation is, it'll get worked out. High Priestess, again, I sense it, I feel it, I know it. 2 of Swords, the Empress. I gotta say, whatever the drama was, and it does feel like it was a drama that impacted somebody negatively, maybe Pisces having an unwavering belief that things are going to work out. That could also be why they're like, I love my Pisces. I can't believe in my time of great stress, they felt so confident and they kept giving me strength saying, I know this is going to work out. I know that it will. It's going to be all right. They see Pisces as their end all be all. I mean, Pisces is like, if Pisces weathered something with them, stood by them until their name could be cleared, they know what they have in Pisces. They think Pisces is the most amazing person ever. The fact that when the chips are down, Pisces will say exactly what they truly believe. They are unwavering in their belief, their commitment. This is the person they want to marry. We keep seeing them wanting to marry Pisces. And this looks like whatever this difficult thing was that this couple went through, or these, I'm going to call them a couple, even though I don't really know that they were a couple per se, but it was definitely something where Pisces and this person were going to end up on this trajectory at some point, even though there was some pretty big obstacle in between them. But Pisces never wavered from the fact that I know this is going to work out. That sustained them. That kind of confidence, belief that Pisces had in them. I think they are head over heels in love with Pisces because it's like, wow, you really do know me. You know that either, this was an unfair situation that I was put into. You know that I'm for real. That's an incredible thing. I really think that this person This person, I don't think they did Pisces wrong. I think this was an unfortunate set of circumstances that caused a big upheaval, but it gave these two a chance to really build some tremendous amount of trust and belief in intuition. But then also, this person has definitely built a trust with Pisces. They see Pisces as someone who is like, I can't believe you feel that way about me. Like, I'm crazy in love with you. This. I think their heart is very moved by the confidence of the Pisces throughout some big ordeal. So it's a very strong bond. That's what this story is about. All right. I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys again this week. Okay. Merry Christmas.